the morning and I'm moving slow. Stretching as I look out the window. Looking at the things that I did, yo. Saying to myself, I should have happened many years ago. I'm out the shower and I'm feeling great. In the kitchen with a hot plate. Yo, it's your man DJ Grady, baby. Yeah, that's my single right there. Sexy. The ladies out, you know where the song is called Sexy Panties. You can type in panties on all social media platforms. What is that? Title, I'm gonna say title, Instagram, title, YouTube, and also Apple Music, you know. DJ Grady, baby. Featuring DJ Taz and my brother Prime. Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Shorts and bikini briefs. She even got the ones that look like a little leaf. One side tied, two sides tied. Yeah. She so fly, tell no lie. Hate if you must, but please don't try. We some G's and we so fly. Waist side high, butt lip high. Long legs make you cry when she walk by. She dead wrong, she wear a thong. Yeah. She dead wrong, she sing a song in a thong. Yeah. All in my DM, I see them. They want me to meet them and greet them. And it's all fine and dandy.
Just as long as I can get your ass out your Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Friday. Oh, now I feel like it's Friday. It's Friday Eve. How about that? Shout out, I miss my boy Cooley Clark. Shout out to Cooley Clark, aka Gary, aka the photography man, aka Gary and Keith Photography. Shout out to my brother over there. I can't say the other name. It's his other musician name. I know he played the tongs, what you call it. But shout out to Meek Making Week. Shout out to Patrina. Shout out to the cast and crew, one of D Hollis, Tisa Beatty. Shout out to Knowledge, Nurse V, everybody. You know, the Greater Taylor family, the Greater Baby family. You know, the Greater Paper family. The platform is about to grow. We've got to add on another show. It's going to be something good, something comical. So y'all look for those ads. Oh my God, it's coming. So what's going on, Facebook family? Let me go over here to these messages up here. Let me see who's all checking in. Check in, man. Check in. Hold on, I'm sitting there messing up. Make sure y'all check in. Shout out to Dr. Amber Lyons. I got to catch you tonight. The You Speak Out Loud. The You Speak Out. We got to catch you live tonight. We know y'all celebrating 3 years anniversary. Shout out to Dr. Amber Lyons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring in. Shout out to my little big brother DJ J Wee. Is that not checking in? Wow. All right. I Wiz, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can pull this joke out, Wiz, but I'm gonna try. But let me bring the ladies on. All the way from Warsaw, North Carolina. It's now Kakalaka spinning like a helicopter. Ladies and gentlemen, my little sister, all the way from Warsaw, North Carolina, Reality LaRonda.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning,
girl?
Facebook. Good morning, Atlanta. Good morning, Warsaw, North Carolina.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to have to make us a trip up to Warsaw, see what the hell going on. They watering or they sawing trees. What y'all doing up there? With that name, Warsaw. All right.
Back off. It's the little DC.
It's little DC? For real?
Yeah, our county is DC. Our county is because our county is Duplin County, so we say little DC.
Oh, I thought most people have AC, air conditioning. Y'all got direct current. That's why I thought y'all saying DC with direct current. I'm sorry.
You're so silly.
I had to get that one out. All right, let me get the pizza ducks out for our Queens native. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right one. No, that ain't it right there. But ladies and gentlemen, hold on, let me get that out here. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to bring her sound effect in because this fits her. In her own world, from Queens, New York, all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. One more time for ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the microphone, singer, songwriter, author. Be the light.
Okay, y'all better go on with your bad self. All right, now this morning, how y'all doing?
Wake up, everybody.
Good morning.
Sleeping in bed. I don't know the words.
Oh my!
That's all I know. What's going on?
Some extra shot of espresso in your coffee this morning?
No, I had a peachy soda. So anything with
peach soda.
Caffeine,
Okay, that's sugar.
Caffeine and sugar. Anything with caffeine and sugar, it gets me going.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
You definitely needed some caffeine.
I do. Oh man, we're gonna before we get into our topic of the day, why is father so important in the household? I just want to just talk about some hot topic stuff. I don't know if this, I guess it's a real story, from divorce court. DJ Wiz, you there with me? And I guess this Asian couple was filing for divorce, and this judge asked the husband, are you sure you want to get a divorce? Why? He said, why do you want to get a divorce? He said, I know come, she know come, and baby come. How come?
Oh my.
Wow.
How come?
Okay,
Wow.
guys,
How
that
come?
was something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I did it, Wiz. You happy?
All right.
No baby, huh?
Wow.
I should get a baby. Oh, you know what?
Somebody,
Mary had a baby.
somebody came.
Maybe that's how Joseph felt when Jesus was born. I know come, she know come. Baby come, how come? I'm just saying. Jesus laughing right now.
You
Y'all need to
crazy.
laugh. But you know what? Y'all ain't gotta laugh. Y'all ain't gotta laugh. That's right. Y'all gotta laugh.
I was laughing. I was
I,
laughing. That's what
I,
I
I,
said.
I gave you a chuckle. There you go.
Hey Wiz, hey Wiz, did I at least
Ah,
say it right, Wiz?
yeah, look, that's what we do,
Ladies and
LeBron.
gentlemen,
Just
I'm
go.
gonna bring
Ah.
my sound effect in because this fits her.
Woo.
All right. All right. So let's get these hot topics out the way. I know we missed. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we missed you guys last week. Has things come up, but I want to talk. I've been watching the news, and Governor Kemp is getting ready to sign this transgender thing into the bill. Where they're changing education things, and they also making changes where transgender boys can compete with the girls. You know,
Really?
yeah, yeah, but hold on now, hold on. Listen. Let me tell you this. I know ladies always talk about equal rights. Women should get the same pay as men and stuff like that. But I feel if you're transgender, you should go ahead and compete with the girls. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to step their game up. So uh, it's I don't know. It's he's gonna pass it. Well, your girls got to compete with boys. Y'all want to compete with boys anyway? Hey, why not? Hey, you kept what you asked for. You damn sure gonna get it. You know,
Nah,
that's all I'm
nah,
just
that's
saying.
just
So,
doing a
Wow.
bit far stretch. That's a far stretch
Wow.
how you
because
get a far stretch?
it is a far stretch
Hmm.
because I mean at the point of in sports where you have them competing in the same sport with females and then talking about and they say I'm trans because I feel like I'm a woman. I ain't judging anyone, but come on, they saying you got to go to the bathroom. There's certain tools that you got that you are not born a woman, whether you feel like
Well,
you went on the inside, and physically they are stronger. So then it's already getting knocking women out. So, but the problem is when it's time to give birth.
they ain't
That's
trying to
where
get
the
birth.
problem becomes, where that separates a man from a woman. Because I'm
You
trying to
know,
figure this
that
one out.
sound like a jealous
Where is
woman.
it
You
coming
jealous of
out of?
another woman
That's gonna
because they
come
can't
out of
have a
the leg
baby.
gonna come out of your womb. No
You just
offense, once
jealous.
again.
You sound like you jealous.
No, I know it's not about. Because trust me, I gladly give men my womb.
No,
My children's
they,
father
they,
could have
they
gladly.
don't
We
want.
would have had 10 kids if he was the one pushing them out. You
They
feel
don't
me?
want that. They don't want that pain and
However,
suffering.
I digress, and I will keep my comments to myself. But that's a bunch of BS because
Well, I won't
that's
keep my
ridiculous.
comments to myself. That's why we have this
Well,
platform so we can talk.
because I appreciate your brand, and I'm not going to say anything to mess
Hey,
that up. Okay.
hey, I understand. But I would just, I look at all this things that are going around, the sisters empowerment, and they
Yeah,
want to be
but
equal and this and that. And transgender to me
it's
considered
not the same.
sisters.
You
They're
cannot
just sisters.
there was an article, I
Well,
believe that Reality LaRonda, go ahead and speak, but I know she had something where they was in prison and they so-called transgender and these
yeah.
women are getting pregnant. I mean, come on.
Hey, so he was playing
It's
sister
Okay.
ridiculous.
wives and prison.
Transgender people have a gender identity or gender expression that differs from the sex that they were assigned to at birth. Okay. So some transgender people who desire medical attention to transition from one sex to another to identify as transsexual. So they have, if you're talking about a man, he has his man parts, but he identifies as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, so for you to want to go into a woman's sport just simply because you identify as one, that I don't think that's fair because you're stronger than a woman. I mean, I know women like the competitive part, as far as competing against a man or whatever. But you might as well put real men in there if you're gonna put a transgender in there. Which brings me to my topic. They are allowing transgenders in women prisons. Okay, so now by them doing that, there are three women pregnant in a transgender in a prison right now due to a transsexual going around having sex with everybody. So he
Hey,
pretty much ratted himself out and said he was a transgender. I mean, he really messed himself up if you ask me, because he could have been having a low key sex,
hey,
but he
this,
What
told
this
does
one,
that
he
mean?
told
what,
on
Look, look.
himself now.
you
Now
think?
tell
Hold on.
me, okay, don't
Let me,
that open the doors for men lying just so
hold
they
on.
can
Hold on.
do that?
Hold on for a second. Ain't nobody lying when they go and get the
No, no, no,
operation.
no.
They get the boob job. Let me ask Reality LaRonda this question here.
If they
How
had
did
the
you know?
operation.
Did he cheat? He told on himself?
Yeah, he told on himself. He told on
Oh,
himself
yeah.
that he
You know
was
what?
transgender, and yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
he told that he was transgender and that he got these women pregnant because they were just popping up pregnant. He already got three pregnant, so he had to tell it on himself, or they was gonna
Yeah,
tell it one. So
yeah. Them girls are gonna shank his ass in there. He and them playing sister wives and stuff. He in there. You would get him out of getting good, boy.
God,
I'm gonna
that's
tell
what
you
you
something.
call
You
hot
look. I'm gonna
wife.
tell you something. You gonna have guys who gonna be afraid to go to prison. They gonna change their sex. I promise you. This gonna be the new thing. They're gonna be changing their sex so they can get put in the women prison. I'm telling
Didn't
you.
I just
At
say
first,
that? Didn't
when-
I just say that?
yeah.
I was saying they're gonna be lying
yes,
so they can get up
No,
in
they
there.
ain't lying. They getting the surgery done. They getting their work done. That ain't lying. If they go in
No,
there
that
flat
is
chest and say
lying
I
because
identify as
they
a female,
the
that's a damn lie.
objective.
If you go in there with a boob job and
A lot of them don't get that
implants
done
and stuff,
immediately.
he ain't lying. He put effort into that, so that he is. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
look, a lot of them, it takes us a lot of money to get those operations, so it takes time. So they wear padded
Hey,
bras or do whatever they do to do what they do, tuck in all of that stuff. So I
hey,
mean,
I'm just gonna
hey,
tell you, they invested. So I'm.
it's to me.
I know it
I
ain't funny, but y'all.
remember they had the unisex bathrooms, and they stopped that when with the boys
yeah,
going into the girl.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
to me, that I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
yeah. Well, hold on, what's up,
yeah.
everybody?
They
Y'all give
did
me some
stop
hearts and
that.
hearts. Welcome to the Greatest Taylor Show. We just talking. These are hot topics we're talking about. We're gonna definitely get to why fathers are important um, in the household, and we're gonna tie it in with what's going on with today's youth. And
Yeah.
so, just having fun with this transgender story. He's popping babies up in the prison. But at first, when I first heard that story, I thought about the prison guards. I said, man, them prison guards getting it in good. But a transgender, you locked in with them. You locked in with him? Oh my God. Shoot. I bet all the women are trying to line up
How
get a
did you
piece.
think it was the prison guard?
Because, when you hear about women getting pregnant in prison, most times the guards, the male guards that work there or male staff, you know.
That's typically
Um,
what it
Mm,
normally would have
okay.
been,
yeah.
but
But a transgender? Shoot. Hell.
I was used to
He
he was a
he,
bi
he
transgender, huh?
probably he was in there hollering,
Both
I'm a
people.
boy. I'm a boy.
I'm a girl, boy. I don't know. God bless. It's a mess,
Wow.
but
All right.
there you go.
So
Hats off to that, because it could be kind of confusing.
Hmm.
yeah,
I feel for them actually, because it's kind of confusing to have female. You might look like a female, feel like a female, but you got male parts. I mean, that's kind of.
yeah.
Hmm.
I feel sorry for
And
them.
You know what? And
yeah,
this and with surgery, it's hard to tell what's what, especially rolling around in the streets of Atlanta. You be scared to speak to her. I don't know the boy or girl. But hey, each his
Right.
own. Each his own. Long they leave me
You
alone.
should
You know what I
speak
mean?
to everybody, Grady.
I do speak, but it's how you speak. You can't say, "Hey, Miss Parker," and that's damn Mister Parker.
hey, I tell
What's up?
you,
What's up, partner? What's up, Southwest Shouting?
Southwest shouted.
Yeah, that's my other partner. Man, we gotta get that on
Southwest
ATL.
shouted. He said, "I'm a boy, Damon."
Hey, DJ Wiz, that name right there, Demond Lay, that's another 1010 brother of yours. Y'all from the 10, both from the 1010 East Point. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, man. This like I said, this surgery. I don't want to offend nobody. Like I was
No, no,
somewhere,
not,
I
not
was
at
out of
all.
town. I was out of town, and I forgot where I was. I think I was in North Carolina or something like that. So went to the store
Uh-uh.
to get some stuff, and I didn't know what I was speaking to. So I was like, "Excuse me, sir, ma'am, smur." I just said I didn't know what to say. I said smur.
I'm
I just
surprised you didn't get slapped.
He said, "What? What you said?
I said,
Smurf?
"Excuse me, sir, ma'am, smur." I ain't know smur.
Okay,
No, sir, ma'am, smur.
You you
I
are
don't know.
insane.
Spell.
I ain't,
You are
I didn't want to
insane.
offend nobody. So I just, hey,
Just say how you doing. I don't even put it there when I'm
I
not
know.
sure. I say
But
good
no,
morning. That's what you get.
yeah,
That's
I
the
know they
morning
get
thing to
mad.
do.
It'll be a dude. I'm a female. I'm like, okay, sir, ma'am, well,
Yeah,
smur.
but that is true because when I used to do customer service, you know how you get some of the old ladies that got deep, manly voices, and then you be
Right.
like, "Okay,
Yeah.
sir." They said, "I'm a woman." I'd be like, "Oh, my bad."
I'd be like, you better take some of that bass out your voice. That, you know what? That's the crazy thing about it. It was I was working security at the club, and this gay dude was arguing with this straight dude, and they was arguing and stuff like that. Dude, the straight dude, the heterosexual guy, was like on him, man, yada 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 yada. And that transsexual, the gay guy said, "No, stop now! I ain't got time for this. I ain't time." And the straight guy said one more thing. And the dude said, "All right now." I said, "You scared the hell out of me, boy." He sound like Barry White. All right now. I'm like,
You
damn.
let
I
them
know if a
give you a
woman got a
warning.
deep voice, she can put that fake voice on. Like how y'all be
Well,
ordering food and stuff in the morning at Chick-fil-A. Be like, "Hey, can I get a chicken McNugget? Can I get a big bite?" Whatever Chick-fil-A have. What's that?
Wow.
All right,
And he
what's next on? Y'all better.
There's many Chick-fil-A's that you probably don't went
let
to
me
and
let me
ordered.
just say this.
I know, right?
Let me just say this. One thing you better not do is mess with them because they're very strong. You better watch how you
You
come
better
up on them.
believe
They're
it,
very strong.
They
verbally and physically.
they are men.
You ain't gonna out talk no, not at all.
Yeah,
You better
yeah,
have your A game on.
yeah. I don't. I have no
Most
problem with.
definitely.
You know what? Back to the story. I have no problem with transgender boys
Not at all.
competing in sports. That's it. As far as I can accept, they can compete with the girls. You know,
Why can't they
that'll make the
compete in the
girls
boy
better.
as the girl boy or whatever?
Think about
Because
this.
then it
If you have,
match.
so let's look at let's. I'm gonna use the
Because it
analogy
match as
of
far as
the
it being a
Olympics.
male
I-
body.
I'm going to use the analogy of the Olympics. So let's say like you have a transgender male training with the U.S. Olympic, female in track or field shot put whatever like that. They
Mhm.
all training together. That's like having a personal trainer on the field. They both strong. They doing strengthening and conditioning and all that stuff. And a female really is not as strong as a dude or as fast as a dude, but the transgender probably can make them a little bit better as far as with their athletic abilities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can
I
beat a boy.
mean,
You
Yeah.
can beat
Yeah.
I understand your point and I get it. It's just somewhere down the line, I'm thinking we're gonna have to rethink as we moving with this because it's treading thin waters. That's all I gotta say.
well, they about to pass it into law. So whatever
And that's crazy
government
because did we
signs.
get to vote in this? Because I
No, the
don't
vote
think
is
I would
already
vote.
in. The vote is already in. We don't vote on that. The
See, and that
congressman.
ain't fair because our children are the ones that being affected. So
Hey,
if you got your little girl who's trying to go for a scholarship, but then and then let's say for when it comes to females now, and I'm just putting a scenario, all the scholarships going to transgender females. You know what I'm saying? And so now your female that was born a girl, is now getting outbeat by these transgender females.
the only thing
So
I can
now
say.
what? So
The
now
only
we
thing
got to
I can say.
rally to say no because they're
No.
really they are boys on the outside and girls on the inside, but our girls are in and out and they can't get a chance to do.
I'm
When
gonna tell
is
you
it?
just like
It's
that.
gonna end up being. It's that's like I said.
No, you're
It's
making
gonna be
excuses.
something.
Uh, I'm training my daughter to be a. Not saying I ain't training her to be a boy, but I'm training her to be as strong as a boy. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
My
still
daughter, I'm gonna tell you something. My daughter is strong as I don't know where. I got her lifting weights. She doing total fitness gym. She is strong as I don't know what. And
true, but still
and,
ain't
and
gonna be
when it
strong
comes
as a
to
boy same
strength,
way.
my daughter, she has a strength like a strength of a boy, but she's a girly girl. So it's up to the like that's
I
we
don't
gonna
know.
get to how important the fathers is in that. But I know you as a mother,
But you get
you
what
are a
I'm
mother.
saying
I
though.
get what you're saying.
Okay.
You're saying it's not fair, this and that, but with
Because
fathers,
some way it will end up
fair.
being once this law is passed, we'll see the repercussions later down the line when there are females who are born female are now getting outbeat because physically these transgenders are males on the outside, but they females on the inside, and they, you know, what I'm saying, and they have more strength, and you know, and they will at some point. I'm not saying all, but give it a couple of years, and you'll see.
Give it a
It's
couple
going
of
to be an
years. It's
issue.
But it's
happening.
already,
No, no,
I
no. I'm
mean,
talking about the scholarships, and when you see now, once it becomes the norm, and they're in there and competing, that's going to be an issue. So for the Olympics,
it's
for a woman, let's say sprint runner, whatever the competition names are, and whatever, and then you see that these are transgenders are now replacing females.
They already doing that. Hold on.
Okay,
Wake up, be the light. No more
okay.
sleeping in bed.
I understand what
Transgenders are
you're saying that
winning,
they're
and
doing
they
it, but
way
I'm talking
up
to the
ahead.
point to where there are no real females, born females, in these competitions. Is what I'm trying to say. Let's look long term in the
And what
future.
I'm saying
That's
too,
going to be scary.
I understand that. That ain't scary. It ain't scary.
It's really
It's not
okay.
scary.
but
I mean,
I just want to say the LGBTQ or whatever, that population is expanding really fast. It's been growing
yes.
over the years, so there is no way
Hmm.
you're gonna keep them out of the Olympics because they have rights
No,
just
you.
like everybody else.
I'm not saying
That's
keep
what
them
they
out. I'm
feel.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. But the thing is, the point that I'm trying to make, and I'm not sure if anyone's understanding, it's going to be to the point to where being straight and it's going to be where we have to fight for straight rights. Because it seemed like as if you say anything against them, but then they, in return, they also are doing things where if you're a man and you don't want to see, if let's say they did Cat Williams, he don't want to judge if a person is um attractive and they are transgender and he's not interested in that, and then you're going to down this man, and then saying, oh, why don't you, you know, you're must be anti-gay because you're not answering this question. He's like, no, I'm not being anti-gay, I just don't want to answer a question in regards to where I find this person attractive that's a male, and I'm not interested in males.
Hmm.
So you get what I'm saying? I mean, we could talk about it at a later day. I have a friend who actually started an organization to rally um for being straight. Like there's like a problem like what you just loving, that you are a straight male that are interested in women, and a straight
I'm gonna say
female
this.
interested in men. Like is there a problem? Like
Hey, you just
it's
run
not a
on, run
problem
on.
for us accepting you, accept us too.
And see, I'm gonna say this, and then we got to move on. Most of these with the LBGT or the transgender, whatever movement it is all on
Mhm.
the piggyback back of the feminist movement. So that's how it's kind of like that. It's a base. It's actually a feminist movement. So you can't. It's hard to stop that.
I
And-
mean, it's gonna
and That's all I'm
depend.
gonna say. That's all I can say.
And
It's a
I
feminist
mean,
movement, and it's kind of like it's a piggyback ride. They acting because the women power movement, this and that. Okay, transgender, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. Matter of fact, it's more transgender on the Black Lives Matter thing than anything. They everywhere. So hey, yeah, I don't know how it's gonna
I'm
change.
not saying everyone don't have rights. That's not what I'm saying. But you know,
Yeah, it is
things
what
will
it is.
play out, and people will see shortly.
Yeah, I know he's gonna sign that bill today though. So there's nothing we can do. It's a done deal. It's already been voted on. Already been passed through. It's already been passed through. So now it's just waiting to be signed. The only thing we can do is be prepared. All right, what's next on the list before we jump off into the fathers? What we got?
I guess I
So
could jump in a little.
I hate to recap. Oh, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead, reality.
I
You got
just
it,
wanted
girl.
to recap. I know this has been, I guess this has been an ongoing thing, but I just wanted to recap on a statement that Chris Rock mom said. Chris Rock's mom, when she reacted to Will Smith slapping her son, she said when he slapped Chris, he literally slapped all of Chris's family. So, do
Mm.
y'all feel like when somebody do something to y'all that is disrespecting your whole family? Do you feel that way as well?
Uh, yes, from my side, if I'm gonna go first, sorry, be the light. Yes,
you're
you
fine.
slap my brother, you slap my sister. You might well get your hands ready to slap me because I'm coming. We come on. We from the hood. My mama said, "You fight one of us, you got to fight all of us." We grew up in that household right there. My daddy, see, there we go. This gonna lead to our next topic. What my daddy would say, what he would do. Shoot, yeah, you ain't
Yes,
fight back. You better
yes,
go back out there and fight. But his brothers. I got into a heated conversation with one of my business partners. It wasn't a heated. It was an intense conversation about the slap and how his brother Chris Rock brothers was like, "Yo, you got to see me." They yada yada. And they was like, well, why his brother got to fight for him? Cause that's what brothers do. You know what I mean? You got
Mhm.
this little brother, and then now
Mhm.
come to find out
exactly.
Chris got autism. So he has autism. So you a healthily, mentally strong man. You gonna slap somebody with autism, man? Every time
Mhm.
turn around, he'll be getting slapped. But
Aw,
go ahead, go ahead. I know
I did
people
not
like
know that.
me either.
yeah,
Wow.
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Chris Rock has
He come a long way. Awesome. That
yeah,
he should tell his story because there's a
yeah.
lot that can benefit from that and encourage them that they can succeed in all areas of life. That is no
Well,
limitations. That's awesome.
good morning,
Well,
comedian Juicy. Go ahead.
oh well, my opinion on that, I think that as well to a degree, especially since they knew them. And I'm sure that being that Chris Rock was friends with Jada and Will, and I'm sure
Mm,
at some point Tony, the brother, and I'm sure maybe at some point over the years met their mom. So it's like, wow, like you really gonna disrespect my son like that? Like you're slapping me in the face, like you know what I'm saying? Like if Chris Rock did that to Will. You know what I'm saying? And any of their family members, then especially when you know them, they like and the level that they're at, that's definitely
okay, okay, okay.
within the respect of the family. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, his mama. You can't say nothing about mamas, man.
Yeah.
Then she talking about her Chris, her baby. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Chris got bullied so
Yeah.
much. You
Yeah, I
know,
feel her.
No.
and I lost
Hmm.
a lot of not saying a lot of
Yeah.
respect. I lost respect for Will.
Yeah, you just look at Will different. I'm not saying that he's X off, but it's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
it'll take
so
a minute.
and my
For
boy
me.
Corey Holcomb, he just going in on the 50 the Corey Holcomb show, boy. It's crazy.
I know. You got anything else for us, LaRonda? Reality LaRonda?
All right.
Um, Cuban, this want to talk about Cuban Gooding Jr. this morning. He pleads guilty to forcible touching, but he won't get jail for it. So he pleaded guilty on April 13th to a single misdemeanor count of forcible touching. One condition of his no jail plea was that his three accusers in the case could speak in the Manhattan court. One woman who said she had been groped by Gooding at a Midtown nightclub on June 9th, 2019. First, she opted to speak, but later she spoke out anyway. So she states that she used defense tactics with strange men. That's what she does when she's talking to strange men. She said, like sitting next to the woman versus sitting next to Cuban. And she said the next thing she know, he was took his hands and was groping her breast. So after she gives her testimony, Gooding is pleading guilty, and then he also pleaded guilty to forcibly kissing a woman at a nightclub in 2018. So he also admitted to having non-consensual contact with two other women. He's doing all this in court. Now he pleads guilty. Now that he's pleading guilty to these charges, um, his attorney stated that 30 other women came up and allegedly um, testified against him, saying that he did something to them as well. So my
Yeah, people.
thing is, does is this like a what I want to say is he getting away with this stuff because he's a celebrity or what? Because if it had been anybody else, they would have went to jail. I mean, I'm just saying. Anybody groping or sexually harassment or whatever,
Absolutely.
they'd have just went to jail for that. But he is getting away with it. They're saying
Let
they're
me,
letting
let me
him
ask
go and get away with it because He's been in counseling since 2019. And because he's been in counseling, the judge said, okay, as long as you stay out of trouble and continue to go to counseling, then we're going to check on you at a later date and we're just going to let this whole situation go.
See, and
Mm.
not defending, just explaining the system, how the system worked to the best of my knowledge. What he did, he punished himself by putting himself in counseling and getting those hours in, because it's all about the hours that he put in. He probably did some community service hours, whatever like that. So he probably had all
Mhm.
that stuff documented. So when he went to court, he was like, "Look, I was wrong. I was this and this and this." So he took the best plea. He took the best plea that he could get. If he tried to fight it, he would have got time. So he really sentenced himself, and you know, hopefully he'll stay clear, stay out the club. Let me ask you this question: most of his incidents was in clubs.
Yes,
Just
that's what I find.
Mhm.
I said he hang out in clubs a lot, don't he?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on, you been in the club, you dancing and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I accidentally bumped into a girl before. This girl had some nice sized breasts, and I bumped into her, and I said, "Oh, excuse me." I said, "If your heart is soft as your breast, you'll forgive me." You know what I'm saying? That's what I said, and that was an icebreaker, though. But
Oh my.
I didn't see her because I turned the corner and bumped into her. You know, but you know,
But
but
no,
that's
she was saying, but what she was trying to make it seem like is that he reached around, which this is how I'm seeing it, because she said she sat on the other side of his friend. So she's saying that he reached around her to grope her breast. So why would he reach around a woman he's already with just to grope your breast? I mean,
yeah. Now he could
so
have been
that
at the
kind of
strip
sounds
club.
weird.
Maybe it was bigger. I don't know.
I worked
That's
security. I, I gotta say
something.
this. I worked security in a strip club, and I worked security in a regular club. So you see all kind of moping and gropings. Women grope men. Oh my God, women grope men at the club. So maybe he was returning the favor. I don't know. But that's what happens in
Mhm.
club. Girls dancing on you and stuff like that. They putting their body on you, whatever like that. You're gonna hold something. You're gonna grab something. You're gonna touch something. You know what I mean? That's what happened. Now, I don't know about the kissing and stuff, but occasionally that do happen in the club. Hey, maybe she probably got mad because he ain't buy her a drink or whatever like that. I don't know, but a lot of strange stuff go down in the club. It goes down in the club.
It go down in the club. It go down in a what? Hey.
Yes, a lot of stuff definitely does go down in the club.
Good morning, good morning, Dr. Amber Lyons. Good
Good
morning. Thank
morning.
you. Definitely, we got to check
Good
you out this
morning.
evening. 3 years
Yes.
anniversary. Speak out loud. Shout out to the team over there. They got an awesome
Yes.
podcast. We got to
Put
show
the
some
link in the chat. Put your link in the
Yes,
chat.
because definitely want to share the link so everybody
Yes.
can come in and follow you guys and
Show
congratulate you
support.
on your 3 year anniversary. I
Yes.
we got a comment to read. My boy Southwest shouted the Monlay. What did he say? Hold on.
Tell Cuba keep his hands to himself before he get Rick
Rick Flair.
Flair slap.
Woo.
Okay. Is that a pimp slap?
Yeah, that's a Rick Flair slap. Oh, yes, a chop.
A
All right, I
chop.
don't. Yeah, I can't pronounce this person's name, but I know it's Lenny. Lenny, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lenny.
Yes.
I can't pronounce your last name. I don't even want to try to
And
embarrass
thank you,
myself.
everyone, for Pearsall.
Pearsall.
His name is
Uh,
Lenny Pearsall.
thank you.
Pearsall.
Pearsall.
'Cause I went to
Yes.
public school and I don't have the right kind of glasses on. Welcome. It's your first time here at the Greater Taylor Show. Make sure you guys give us the likes and hearts and stuff.
You said you
Also,
ain't got the right type of glasses
I
on. I
got on
mean,
somebody else's glasses,
okay.
trying to look educated. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, before we get to our main
Oh,
topic, which
God.
will lead to our topic. Shout out to a young brother. I can't think of this. He's in Albany, Georgia.
You
He's
want me to lead
his
it or
name
you
is
got it?
King. Go ahead, go ahead, take the lead. Go ahead, take the lead.
You a man, so that's why I wanted you. But his King Randall,
King Randall.
and he's from Albany, Georgia. And as people might not know about Albany, Georgia, it has the highest concentrated poverty rate in Georgia. It is also ranked the seventh most dangerous city in the U.S., with offenders being mostly black males as young as 11 years old. That's young.
Pause right there.
And
Pause right there. Pause right there. Pause. Right there. What you ain't gonna talk about? That's my family from Albany. from
I'm
my
just reading to
granddaddy
you
from
what it
Auburn.
said.
I know, but what they ain't gonna do is I know it's not you. I know it's not you. I'm talking about them people. I'm talking to the people who wrote their article because they listen to the
Yeah,
show
it's
too.
on his website, so he's just stating the facts, and that's why he's trying to make a
So
difference.
yeah, and I'm glad.
So,
Go
and
ahead.
his
Go ahead.
mission, he said, our mission is to provide our sons with new outlets to explore their unique talents and interests and talents. So I just wanted to touch base. So if people don't know who he is, and if you give me a moment, because I don't want to miss
Yeah, I got
talk
you.
about the young man.
Yeah.
Who is King Randall? He's from Albany, Georgia, as stated. King Randall is also a chef. He graduated at the age of 17 with a degree in culinary arts from Albany Technical College before even graduating high school. He was the first Black Georgia Restaurant Association Student of the Year in 2016. Now he has founded his organization called the X for Boys. And so, as Grady was getting ready to state, they will be having their second annual I Am a Man March. And that will be held, I believe, in Albany, Georgia. Um, and like I was saying about the program that he has started, and this, mind you, this is a young man. He started this organization at 19. So he is now 22. And when he will be opening a school in Georgia coming up September 2022. So at the end of this year, that is amazing. He has raised funds and everything for his organization. And with that organization, he has programs for helping young males with auto repair workshops, home improvement workshops, reading literacy, and basically what we're tying in today, how important fathers are, is I would employ, and if great, if you could put that in our link, the actual I Am a Man March.org. I employ if anyone that can come out there. It's free. Just bring some sons, some nephews, bring these young men out there, and so we can try to make a difference, let them get some of that positive male energy out there. And if you can donate to his organization, is thexboys.org. So absolutely, it's a great organization. I've seen interviews with him, with Dr. Boyce Watkins and several others. He's an amazing young man. So definitely support this young man and his organization, the X for Boys.
Right.
And that's King Randall.
And
He's a
that's
young man making a difference.
yeah, that's a great program. Definitely want
Mhm.
to just reflecting back on my childhood. That's a wonderful thing they're doing because it's giving them something to do. Because in certain cities, even growing up in the city of Atlanta, they closed down a lot of centers in the city of Atlanta, in which put the kids out on the street with nothing to do. And with that positive influence that their brother have, teaching guys how to fix cars, just dealing with real life situations, that's gonna in turn is gonna help them, that those younger guys to grow up, and then they're going to want to pass on what they learned to their younger, kids or whatever like that. Because I had my buddy Jimmy Redman. He taught me how to. I was 14. He taught me how to fix cars, taught me how to change tires and stuff like that. And my summer job took me down to the union. Started out working as a helper, plumber, pipe fitter, a helper, working for the air conditioning stuff. Working with the union, so you work on different job sites and stuff. So I mean, that's awesome. For what he's doing. I hope that we can try to do something like that. I think we should have. I think we do have some programs here in Atlanta um,
Absolutely.
that can help young men be men, because that's what they need. They need a father figure or that male figure in their life to teach them how to be men, how to fix and how to repair things. Because like these 90 babies don't really know, and like I said, that leads into our our topic today: the importance of fathers in the home. Because
Absolutely.
having a dad at home, men, we're a lot tougher than moms. Now there are some tough moms. My mom was tough too, but dad just it was a balance. Dad told us, like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. And this was just some dating advice my dad gave me. I was dating this girl one day. I was going over to her house with some food. He stopped. He said, "Hey, if you don't have food for her kids or whatever like that, don't go over there with food. Just common courtesy stuff. Um, what to look out for, how to protect yourself, how to protect your the person that you're with, how to defend yourself in case you get out there. Because now these kids are picking up guns, picking up whatever to fight with on a little disagreement. And I'm not gonna lie, growing up, I was one of those violent kids and stuff like that. Because dad was always working, so most of the time he wasn't home. So I'm out in the street defending for myself, fighting people, thinking, just fighting people for no reason because I'm thinking they're gonna try me. So my thought my thought process was, I'm gonna get you before you get me. But my pops, he set me down. He said, "Hey, son, you can't be fighting people because you feel that somebody's gonna aggravate you or say something demeaning to you." He said, "You got to use your words." So he actually taught me how to use my words and how to diffuse situations. And I think that's the importance of fathers, though. Because fathers be in the house, they don't play. Father set the rules. You break the rules, they break your behind with the belt. That was it. Mothers build the house. Mother makes
Absolutely.
the home, but fathers keep it structured. You know, and
Definitely.
yeah, and I saw this one dude. I don't know if it was on Facebook or Instagram. This guy said, "Man," he said, one day his dad was disciplining him, and his mom told his dad, "Don't do him like that." He said, "Okay." When he grew up and started to when he get into fights or get shot or go to jail, don't come to me to help him. Don't come to me because I'm disciplining him so he don't have to go through that. So he stopped disciplining the
Hmm.
child. And one day, I think the son said something to the mother, something derogatory toward the mother. And dad got out the chair and knocked him. He said his feet left the ground. You know, and pop. Men they fought for their women, and now the state have taken discipline out of the homes, right? They took discipline. You cannot whip the kids. You can't chastise the kids. You can't punish them, nothing like that. So fast forward to like now, as of this week, I saw I want to say the city of Atlanta chief police. He was talking about the parents need to take over the kids. They need to talk to the kids because of the senseless violence that's going on in the city of Atlanta with 14 years old kids shooting at each other. The shooting violence, shooting outside the clubs. Young people just shooting, and they say, well, they're gonna put it back on the parents. I'm like, yeah, hell, the parents scared of the kids now. You know, hell, the
Definitely.
parents leaving the kids at home, going to their boo house because they don't want to deal with the kids. So what do you do
Yeah,
when?
that's
That's a
true.
good question. Got to go to a town hall meeting and ask what do you do when the parents are afraid of the kids? Do you shoot them on sight? I don't know. And now you see like kids and stuff, they get shot and killed. The parents don't even be crying. They be like, "Shoot, I'm glad they had it gone." But
And that's sad.
that's
That
sad.
is
you
really
know.
sad.
And I think that some of those kids have a father, a male role model in their life, or a coach. Because most coaches, most players, if you listen to players as they talk about their coach, he was like a father to me. He gave me all kind of advice and wisdom. That's how fathers are. A coach. Only thing we can do is give you the game plan and what we learn. Now, not all fathers are good fathers, but the ones that has a stable, have stability, they're pretty, they're pretty good. They've been through some things. They can help these young men because they looking for guidance, and what they doing now, they going to each other. Young guys going to each other. That's how they get into the games because the games, it influence. I got you. We family. We this and that. They getting love from strangers that don't really have their best interest. That's how the kids getting hooked up in gangs or whatnot. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, we
Yeah,
got.
absolutely. And then the crimes has risen a lot, especially here in Atlanta. I'm sure you hear every time you turn around, five teens hit. You know, I just included the YouTube for the interview with Dr. Boyce Watkins, the actual website for the event that's going to be happening this weekend. I am a manmarch.org. And also, if you want to donate, charity, they take anything. It ain't nothing but $5. Anything that we can help this young man to continue the things that he's doing. Great work down in Albany, Georgia, to help those youth. Just to piggyback a little bit what you were saying, Grady. Now, I'm not sure if anybody out there outside of in Atlanta heard about the 11-year-old that was shot at the. He was Demari Johnson was shot in the back of the head outside the Golden Glide skating
Oh
rink
my
in the
God.
state of Georgia, and that happened on April the 10th. And he remains in critical condition. And the sad part, and this is why what Brady is talking about with the topic with fathers, being in these kids' lives, DeKalb police stated they identified the alleged suspect was a 13-year-old boy, and he was
Yeah.
taken into custody, a 13-year-old. And I'm trying to figure out in the skating ring who
Okay.
gave this 13-year-old
Let
boy.
me explain the skating ring because I used to skate there as a kid, as a teenager.
Mm,
So Golden Glides, I'm just gonna talk. I was gonna name some other ones, but Golden Glides is like one of the top, skating rinks for kids and also for adults on Thursday nights, and kids on Saturdays, but Thursday nights for adults, and that's in an urban area. So these kids don't care. Everybody got guns now, and they don't take well to authority. So I don't know much of the story. I'm actually going to go by the skating ring and talk to some friends I know that work there, find out
mhm.
what really happened. But kids don't take well to authority. This gentleman was a security person, right? That got shot, right? Correct.
N- Which one you talking about? The
Yeah,
young
Golden Glide.
boy, or
No, they're not young boy, but the guy who got shot in the back of the head was that he a
yeah,
security? He was
correct.
security,
I
right?
mean, but this boy got shot too in his head. The young boy, he got shot in the head.
So two people. Okay,
This young 11-year-old at the skating rink.
11-year-olds.
By a 13-year-old. Exactly. Scary. And I'm saying,
That's
who gave this
sad.
13-year-old a gun? Like, you can't have arguments. And you could read Amber's comments.
Oh,
She was actually commenting on the topic, and she stated that yes, the Golden Glide, yes, was terrible. I don't know if you can click to it. And then she also commented his mother said he was targeted, and that's terrible. What young kids at that age of 13 going around targeting young kids? Like, what era are we at right now that this is what our kids are doing? They're going to the skating rink to have fun, to
yeah,
enjoy themselves as youth.
yeah, and a lot of
Um,
times too, parents don't
I
understand.
just
Reason why the kids sometimes are targeted because the kids refuse to join a gang. So if you don't join the
mm,
gang, they're gonna come at you. They're gonna harass you. So a lot of
wow.
times they're fear. Because I remember growing up as a teenager in the city here, that hey, Grady, man, you come and join. No, I don't do that. But they'll harass you every day until you actually beat them. Beat the leader up because the guy gonna come at you. You got to defend yourself, but you guys got to put the guns down. Go take boxing lessons. That's what I did. I went to the YMCA. Like I want to learn how to box. So I trained how to box. I didn't put gloves on my hand. I kind of bare knuckle foul. I bare knuckle train. So I get calluses on my hand. So when I hit you, it hurts. But you got to learn how to, guys, put the guns down. The guns, you take them. We're killing ourselves faster than the Klan was doing back in the '80s with the Wayne Williams.
absolutely.
We're self.
It's
I want
destructive.
to say can I say genocide? We're self. We're wiping ourselves out every time you turn around. One of us dying, and mostly
Hmm.
males. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
Put the guns
Um,
down.
do you remember that old song? With KRS One and all the different rappers came together
Self
and said
destruction.
self destruction. We're headed for self destruction. Yeah,
Well,
Hmm.
we already
because
there. We
yeah,
are we
we're
already
not
there.
Yeah,
there
we are
yet, and
absolutely
I
are.
think it's time for us to do better because it does take a village to raise a child, and like efforts like this young man King Randall and many others, like they're trying to make a difference. And yes, they have places where talk about voting and getting young people to vote, but we got to do what you call in the trenches. Get where these kids are at and try to do. I mean, any little thing that somebody can do, mentorship is so important. If we can get a lot of these young men, so like you stated earlier, you know anything that you can do to help a young man. I mean, if you're a barber, maybe you can take one kid in, and maybe he can sweep the hair in the shop or something. And I know there are a lot of hard-headed kids out there, but they need some guidance. They really, if you think back when kids are young, they want attention. So you either give it to them positive or negative, they're gonna get that attention.
I'm gonna tell you
So
this: as an adult,
mm,
as an adult male, I would rather deal with kids that's uh, let's say between the ages of 5 to 12. Once they get 13 and 14, there's nothing you can do with them too much. You can give them some guidance, but they're gonna they're gonna resist you every step of the way. They have to go through something traumatic, and you have to come to their rescue in order for them to actually take heed of what you're saying, to take in what you're saying. And a lot of these kids, these teenagers, they don't listen because they've been they. Now this is from my perspective and my experience and hearing like when the parents don't get along, the mother, the mother who's the primary
Provider.
provider for the child. They're raising, oh, your daddy wasn't this, our men ain't this and this. They grew up here, men ain't this and this. So they grow up like thinking like, man, ain't no man gonna be able to tell me nothing, because the mom already programmed in their head that a man wasn't nothing. Just like some, I'm gonna use Will Smith for example. Will Smith said he grew up, he couldn't defend his mother. So now he using that as the reason why he reacted, or people was saying that it's right. He reacted because he couldn't protect his mother. But when Jada felt offended, he had to feel the need to go up and hit Chris because he was protecting his mother, or it just I don't know, just a bunch of foolishness.
Yeah.
But man, we gotta be
Well,
that
well, to
man.
begin with,
Go ahead.
just to piggyback on what you were saying, well, to begin with, Jada Pickett said she didn't need defending. So that's just an excuse for him to slap somebody because she even stated she didn't need defending. So, but
She
I
said
can
after the fact.
understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, she said it after the fact, but still she didn't
Mhm.
want him to defend her. But it's the side eye that she gave him that made him think that. But I understand what you're saying. But also, I want to piggyback on what y'all was saying. It does come to fathers not being in the home and being more strict on their kids plays a lot of part in young kids' lives. But when you say they should have some kind of buddy program or a big brother program or something like that, it's really not effective because even if they're around that man can't be around them 24/7. And some of them are so stubborn till they don't even want to listen when they're in that program. And I get what you're saying, it's a good thing, but there are those guys that just don't want to listen, like Grady said, and then you're left in the spot like, what do we do? Because there are just some
Yeah.
teenagers, they don't want to listen because they feel like they know everything. That's all of them, but some of them will listen. So then you're
Yeah.
just left like, what do we do with those that don't want to listen?
Oh, they
Mhm.
got places for them
They
right
got
now.
places
Lock them
for them.
up or 6 feet under. So I mean, and from listening to both you guys, you're absolutely correct. And what do you do with them? Unfortunately, there's a system. Just that's what they call from pipeline from school to prison, and then if they don't get killed on the streets. So that's why you has to start at home and it has to start young. Let's get that off bat. And then secondly, with King Randall, what his program, the X for Boys, is those are the age groups. It's not like he's starting with 5 year olds or whatever. These are the kids that kind of like don't have a parent. They're like 11, 12, 13, 14 into high school. So a lot of them, he actually has taken them into his home, like border, like some of them. Because the
Hmm.
parents didn't know what to do with them. These single moms are like, I don't know because the street's going to get my baby or the cops, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Right.
So there are some that will turn around. Indeed, absolutely. I agree with you, Reality Loranda. There's some that just hard headed and they can't do nothing. Unfortunately, when you continue to pray for them and if they can't turn around,
You know.
unfortunately, it's death or six or the prison system because there is nothing else when you're out there doing bad. And
Yeah.
some have to learn the hard way. Some lessons are you're not able to learn from because the streets will take you, and that's just that. But there are some that just following people, they feel pressure, and then they have an outlet. Oh, okay, I can do this, and then you'll see it. So we have to at least try. And I think this young man at a young age that these kids can relate to him because he's young, like he's from
Yeah.
their town, and it's something tangible. Because a lot of times people have these little rallies, and I take nothing from rallies. It's good to cheer them on and encourage them, but like you said, now they got to go back home. They going back home hungry, going back home with no job, no opportunities. You didn't give them any tools or an option that they can take so they can get out of the situation that they are. So I think, and I highly commend this young man for what he's doing, because once you learn how to fix a car, you can get a job now as a mechanic. Once you learn how to fix a home, you can get a job in the construction, even if it's at the entry level, because you have skills now. He's teaching them also how to farm. So you'll be able to feed yourself, because you have to be able to come and not talk about the problem, but to come up with a solution, even if it's a small solution. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of layers that we have to do, but anything anyone can do, and a young child that's willing to listen, amen.
Yeah, well said, be the light. Well said, man.
Yay.
We definitely have to, take pride in our young men, help those who want to be helped, and mothers are just, if mothers, I want to say this to the mothers: if you have fathers that are trying to be in their kids'
Mm,
life, please let them, please. Even though you guys may not get along or you may got argue, but he still have some advice wisdom that he can give to them, some kind of guidance. Now, if he's in like if you're a bad role model, a bad person, I understand that. But if he's trying, don't punish him by keeping the kids away. You only hurting the kids, and then you leaving the kids to be
yes,
raised by the streets, you know, and then they become a victim of the streets. And then then you see the two parents on the news together with their particular significant others, together, like, oh, I hate this happened to my son. When you could have let him get that do joint custody, so he can give them that wisdom, to, save a life. You know what I mean? Man, we got some comments to
absolutely.
read because we getting close to the hour, and let's see, we got some comments. Doctor Lyons commenting about the what is it? Did I put up there? Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, you can't forget.
She said,
When,
yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead, reality reader.
That's our governor. You can't forget when your governor passed the bill. Go ahead, reality.
Well, you can't forget that when your governor puts a bill into play, I guess you have unpermitted folks to carry unconcealed weapons.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, he
absolutely.
signed that. Yes, he did.
Because I mean, the climate here in Atlanta now it's crazy. Like especially in the Lenox Mall, crime has risen a lot. Like in broad daylight, there's things happening. I heard in the news about a prom. Was it last weekend? Kids was in the city. They had came from Noonan High School celebrating the prom night, and it was like 5 teens shot.
Yeah,
Right, outside, and they just running around and trying to figure out, what's going on. And I think I was telling a friend, he said, "Oh, these kids was in trouble." I said, "No, these kids was at a prom, and they just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And you got fools out here just doing foolery, and taking lives. I mean, the
yeah,
teen with gunshots rates has been high. I think
yeah.
across America. I mean, a lot of these inner cities, yeah, and
I
maybe
guess
in some rural areas too.
I guess the government said, well, if we can't get rid of these black folks with cover, let's give them a bunch of guns and let them shoot themselves. Yeah, we make it free. Everybody can get the gun. You don't need
That's
a
what it
permit
looks
for
like.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what it
because
looks like.
I mean that's it may sound crazy how I'm delivering it, but that's how I'm looking at it. Why would they? We're the only one going after each other. That's publicized. I know probably everybody, every race and stuff they do. They may have in other races, they may have
Mhm.
stuff going on where they're shooting each other and stuff like that. But we're doing it as
To
the
ourselves.
most of us, yeah. And man, we hurting each
Absolutely.
other. We hurting each other. We killing our future. We killing our
And I
man.
and I don't think it's I think with people, how like if you're having an argument or disagreement, if you got that gun there, it seems like people don't use the art of communicating and talking something out. They're just reaching for the gun. Like I'm just, and that's because it's
Right.
there, and they'll shoot first, and that's the problem where
It's
what
a
they say
punk
you
move.
yes, it definitely is a punk move. So we got to be able to learn to be resolution problem solvers. Like we can talk to each other because that's as an adult, we supposed to be teaching these kids how you interact with one another. Just because
Yeah,
I may disagree with you, we can agree to disagree, and we should be able to like come to some common compromise to where we both can walk home or go home safe back to our families. It shouldn't be a point to where nothing that serious that we should be killing each other over, really.
amen, amen.
Absolutely.
And you said it. You said it. Because you want to come home how you left. You know. I want
Amen.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Greatest Taylor Show with myself, Be the Light, and
Yes, yes.
Reality LaRonda. We keep it real. You know, I wanted
Yes,
to,
we like
do some
it.
jokes on, but this is a serious matter. We need to actually each one reach one, each one teach one. That's what we mean. um, and shout out to these coaches that take time. They're not some of these coaches not being paid, especially rec coaches, taking time to talk to your kids, to mentor your kids and stuff. So y'all give the coach, show the coaches some love. You know, those men are very important to our kids' upbringing because you see all these players when they make it big, they go back to their coach like that, like he was their father.
Yes,
You know, so that's how important men are.
Hmm.
And men, we're needed. You know, I understand, ladies,
absolutely.
y'all have y'all movements and everything, but please don't forget the men. You know, please
Yes, we
forget the
need
brothers.
you.
You know,
We absolutely need you. And I don't
Absolutely.
know how some of these mothers are raising their daughters.
yeah,
Oh, you don't need a man. It's not the point of
yeah,
needing them for you to go and get your good grades in school or, or being successful in college. But as a family unit, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And we need to have our husbands. We got to
yeah,
start teaching right. We got to go back to basics. I don't
yeah.
know what people out here teaching their babies, but this is not working because
I'm
we
gonna
got
tell
a
you,
lot
I'm gonna tell you
lot
this,
of
everybody.
single households. Mhm.
Us men, we want it. We want to feel needed. We want to feel that like somebody want us. You know, we want to be able to
Absolutely.
help somebody. That's what we do. We're protectors. We're providers, and that's what we do. And when you take that away from us, we have nothing. You know, you
Yeah,
don't.
the
If
world
you say
already
you don't
beating
need us,
down on you.
yeah, yeah.
The, the
Shoot,
world is already beating down on you
we
guys.
we got to walk with our head on the swivel. You know,
Mm,
looking over our back, make sure nobody try to rob us. We got to watch out for the law. Make sure they're not judging us because say we look like we all look alike.
profiling. Yep,
So
racial profiling.
the only thing we require is that peace and love and to feel needed. That's all. We
Absolutely.
don't ask for much. We ask for stuff. We
Absolutely.
require enough stuff for one hand. You know, for one hand. So hey,
Mhm.
but it is
Definitely.
what it is. But we love
I,
you guys. We love you, ladies.
I want to say one more thing for you, in because to keep it on the fathers is like we actually, no matter what, like you said, the mothers. I don't like mothers who use children as pawns, in the father's life. Even if he's don't have money for child support, you have to let that child spend time with their father, and
Yes.
regardless, because that's so important. Because that child gonna end up hating you for keeping them from their father. Because whatever he does or don't do, let them see that for themselves. You obviously protect them; they're not in harm's way when they are in the custody of their father. That's natural. But I'm talking about as far as having a relationship with a father, because they need that. They
Yeah.
really do need that, to have
Yeah.
that in there. And as we raise our sons, you know how that old saying, "Let boys be boys." No, boys are supposed to be growing up to be the head of the household. So we gonna have to buckle down as parents, and really, for both males and females, to raise them in which way they should go, so that they can actually go there. How about that?
Yep. I understand that.
Hmm.
Uh, I just
Yes.
We
yeah.
got some more
Eh,
comments.
yeah. We got another comment. Dr. Amberline said men have to step up. There's always room for men to have, I guess, have a place,
To
to have
have
a
his
place,
place.
have his
Yes.
place. All right. Was it women cannot? Yeah, I don't understand women. Women cannot and don't want to be
Women
men.
cannot
I
and
don't
don't
understand
want to be men.
that. I understand. Well,
Right.
I don't.
Yep.
I know,
And I don't either.
and
I
no,
I
no,
appreciate
and
that
Me
part.
either.
I understand that. And yeah, and then too, some men are not men. They don't
They're
know
not
how to be
equipped.
men because they've never been around the men to see what men do. You know,
Hmm.
they're just like I'm gonna speak for my personal for my life. Like my oldest son, I used to have my son every weekend. Every weekend, I pick him up, buy him stuff. We do this, spend time together. I take him home with money and new clothes. Every day, I pick my son up with no clothes. He go back with clothes and money. You know, his mother got upset with me over some stuff that she projected in her head and kept my son from me. For years, like almost 18 years. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So and I always call, say, "Hey, can I come get him? I want to take him here. I want to go to Disney World with him. I want to take him there." No, 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 no. Now that he's of age, now you want to put him on me. He's 20 some years old. What I'm gonna do with a grown man? You know what I mean? So it's just tough. It's tough. It's tough being
And
fathers
that's sad.
because dealing with the court system, we got to
I
pay a
just
whole lot
want
of
to
money
say,
to court. Hold on, let me say this real quick. We got to spend a whole lot of money to take her to court to get custody, and then half the time you don't really get the custody. The courts is not in our favors as men. Only thing they want us to do, send the child support. You pay for it. And that's what most of the child support, men, when men do that, we just, I don't know, we just get discouraged. We tired of fighting, and the child have to want to be with you. But if the mother program, your dad ain't this and this, your dad don't do this, it's a no win situation because the first teacher of a child is the mother. So it's an uphill battle. But go ahead, reality. I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. No, I
Mm,
apologize. I just wanted to say that if all the kids, just any parents that are playing a role in your life, or any adult that's playing a role in your life, just give them the respect. Just always give adults the respect, because in order for them to care, they must care enough about you that they're in your lives, or taking their time out with you. So kids just need to learn, go back to respecting their parents, going back to respecting adults, period. And if you give respect, then you will get it, more than likely. But you just have to start out respecting. I know when we was growing up, you had to say yes ma'am, no ma'am. You say something out of the way, you got slapped, out of you, and you didn't have no front teeth and whatever. So that's basically what we have to go back to doing. Just whipping, whoopings. That time out stuff
yes,
is gone. You need to go back to whooping your kids and chastising your kids. No parent shouldn't be scared of their kids. The
absolutely.
mother birthed them. Held them for 9 months. What the freak you got to be scared of your child for? That's just crazy. If
because it's
Bernie
like a
Mac
child.
was up here, he'd say take a bat and knock him or something. Knock him out or
Yeah,
something. But I'm just saying, kids need to respect who's taking care of them.
Mhm.
And like they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Real talk.
yeah,
Okay. And
Respect.
yep.
amen. And
Say it
I'll
again,
piggyback off of that comment. I wanted to will you want to read Amber's comment, then I'll say mine? Um when you go through the court system, the child remains a product of the system until they age out.
Mhm.
That is terrible. Family court is the worst. I hate going to family court. I agree with you. I never went there.
Oh
You
yeah,
two parents should be able to talk it out and come to agreement. So that's what I did with mine. So that's enough said on that. And in regards to what I was saying with you, Grady, by her not allowing your son to go to Disney World, he missed out on going to Disney World. I can't afford. And if they daddy was going, hey, let the child go out there and spend time, have fun, and spend time with his family and his other siblings, I wouldn't have done that. But everybody, some women be on some other stuff. They figure they getting at you, but naturally they getting
yeah,
at that child.
yeah,
You think you doing something to you, but you're hurting your child
yeah,
because they missing out on a relationship with their father, because you don't know what can happen to you today or tomorrow. So that means that mom can die. Then now she done, like you stated, put all these negative thoughts in the head about the father, and now you're gone. Now this child is like, now he got negative thoughts about his
yeah,
dad, and now he got to live with him, and
yeah,
then causing an uproar in your family. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So you got to have peace, and we got to learn as adults that no one's perfect. No one's a perfect mom or dad. But listen, you got to work together for the best interest of the child. And that should be the main focus. Not you and your feelings. Get out your feelings and put about them babies, because they got to be taught respect. Get
Oh yeah,
them, get it. So that's
oh yeah,
where LaRonda stated, yes, it says spare the rod, spoil the child.
yep. But like running back, I know that motherfucker. I don't know that All right. Yeah, that's we went 10 minutes over. Thank you, Dr. Amber
Yes.
Lyons. We definitely gonna, if you can put
Amen.
the
Thank
link
you.
in, we definitely want to support you guys on your 3rd year anniversary.
Yay.
Speak Out Youth. We love what you do. Because I definitely want to attend tonight because I'm trying to clear my calendar. I'm trying to hear what y'all talking about tonight.
Yes.
Is it tonight? Is it tonight? Let us know, Dr. Amber Lyons. Um, I'm so proud of you guys, so proud of the youth. Just keep up the great work you're doing. Um, I want to thank LaRonda and Be the Light for just taking time out. They just said, come on with, and I appreciate. Just want you to say live on air. I really appreciate and love you too, for
We'll be
all
back.
the hard work you guys are putting in,
We
dealing with
love
my
you too.
dealing with me. I know it's a piece of work. I tell you, but I definitely want to.
Yes. She said it's 8:30 p.m. tonight on IG. So if you could put it up so people can see it across the
Let's do
screen, that'll be
it right
awesome.
here. Wow, wow, y'all.
Yes. So you guys tune in and
Yes.
support Dr.
Pull
Amber
up. We
and
pull.
Lions. So definitely
We
want.
pull. Matter of fact, I'm gonna mark my alarm
Yes.
clock at 8:30 p.m. IG. That's what we doing. Make sure you guys do
Yes.
the same thing. Go to your calendar, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just lock in. What's that? What's that?
Correct.
YSO
It says YSO podcast.
podcast. Yes,
Okay, on IG. So that's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tune in.
tonight. And
Yes.
thank you. And we're gonna close out with one of my songs. Thank you for the link too. Oh, here we go. Look at it.
Yes, and she
Doctor,
got the link,
doctor,
everything. All right now.
doctor. I feel sick.
Yes.
Call the doctor. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, that's y'all remember that nursery song, that nursery rhyme? Dr. Lyons, girl. You know what? Let me stop playing. All right, we're gonna end this show, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for checking out the Greatest Taylor Show. Y'all make sure y'all get the link, copy and paste the link to Dr. Lyons, the young folks, the podcast. In order to understand young people, you got to listen to them. You got
Yes.
to listen to them. And so, hey, they can tell you, hey, how to understand their language, understand what their needs and wants. And I'm so grateful for Dr. Lyons and her group, and
Absolutely.
for putting this together and allowing to share. To just thankful for sharing your kids with us. So it's good to know what's on their mind. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to end out with my song. Shout out to my brother Rob. My
Hey,
song, it released. We released a song last year. I'm just now starting to play it.
really.
I have to go. Matter of fact, we're going to Tuskegee, Alabama, so I will be performing this song with my
When
brother.
you going to Tuskegee?
Mother's Day weekend.
That's where my mama from. Shout out to Tuskegee.
Shout out Tuskegee. I lost my scholarship to Tuskegee. I had two scholarships. I had one to West Point and one to Tuskegee. Yeah. But yeah, those were the days. But yeah, shout out to my brother, DJ Taz. This is my song, Sexy Panties. No man. There you go. But the name of the song, Sexy Panties, is the remix of Cameo.
Okay,
Uh,
I didn't like
I got
this.
I have the sample cleared from Cameo, so definitely can use it. So thank you everybody for checking out the Greatest Taylor Show. Here's the song, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We love you guys. We out here. Peace. Oh, shout out to Kyle from Jagged Edge. He's the one on the hook. Doing that. Yo. Kyle from Jagged Edge. Shout out to him, man. He helped me with the song. He helped me with my verse. Hold on, let me start from the top.
Okay.
Wow, Kyle, Jagged Edge.
Probably should have sung it.
No, right?
Wake up in the morning and I'm moving slow. Stretching as I look out the window. Looking at the things that I did. Saying to myself, it should have happened many years ago. I'm out the shower and I'm feeling great.
Can't hear you. Don't be shy. Go ahead and sing your song.
I didn't want to overshine.
Okay.
Hold on, you want to do it again? Wake up in the morning and I'm moving slow. Stretching as I look up out the window. Looking at the things that I did. You're saying to myself, it should have happened many years ago. I'm out the shower and I'm feeling great. There in the kitchen with a hot plate. I hear you saying, girl, you need it on that, man. See them thongs, you might not make it home.
All right. That's something.
Sexy panties.
I know that's right. You see what Amber done put on there for you? Put it up.
She got high cut pants and low cut panties. Seamless panties and some called grannies. Board shorts and bikini briefs. She even got the ones that look like a little leaf. One side tied, two sides tied. She so fly.
That's no lie.
Hate if you must, but please don't try. We some G's and we so fly. Waist side high, butt lip high. Long legs make you cry when she walk by. She did wrong, she wear a thong. Yeah. She did wrong, she sing a song in a thong. All in my DM, I see them. They want me to meet them and greet them. And it's all fine and dandy. Just as long as I can get your demons up out your
Hey, Dr. Lyons. Dr. Lyons.
That's funny.
My brother wanted to do a song with me. And it was one of his, requests. He said, I said, bro, what you want? You want to go to Vegas? You want to do this? You want to do that? He said, no, bro, I want to do a song with you. So that was one of the freestyles I had in my head for a long time. So I just put that on paper. Hold on. How did it sound, though?
Sound cool.
Stretching as I look about the window, looking at the things that I did. Yo, saying to myself, it should have happened many years ago. I'm about to shower and I'm feeling great.
I ain't mad at you.
In the kitchen with a hot plate. You said, girl, you need it on the man. See them thongs tonight, make it home.
You should have had me sing that hook. Ha. I
Yeah.
don't know that exactly
Shout out to King. King.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. He's from Mississippi. He was actually singing on the hook as well. So yeah, there was a song I want to do with my. My brother wanted to record. Doctor said want to be a rapper. Nah. You know what, Dr. Lyons? Everybody going to Southern Soul. I might have to dip off into Southern Soul because everybody doing it. I see a lot of old rappers.
Hey, there's a lane for everybody. So hey, find it and then rap.
Yeah. So yeah, thank everybody for checking out the Great Taylor Show, man. We out of here. We love you guys.
All right.
All right, peace.
Me.